Hey, I am back. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 things, probably 10 or more, that you need to get into if you're trying to get these locks started. Okay, and you playing around with it. I got another video for that, but we talking about things I wish I knew before I got locked for the second time and the first time. Let's get into it. Okay, so basically, there is some things you do need to know prior to getting starting your locks, whatever kind of way you want to do it, whether you want traditional locks, whether you want sister locks, whether you want micro locks. You know, there's a lot of choices. Okay, some juicy choices. So my thing is, let's get into it. Let's get this natural light going. So basically, you do need to have and do a lot of research. That you do need to do your research. So you do need to do your research. Okay, so basically, let's start out with the first thing that we need to be getting together. Okay. All right. What kind of locks do you want? I just kind of mentioned that. Like, what do you want to do? First of all, before we even do that, are you sure you want to get locks? Are you sure? Are you, without a doubt in your mind, sure that this is what you want to do? You want to start this journey? You want to start this commitment? Is this what you want to do? Let's start there. Let's start there. What you do? You sure? Okay, that's not a scaring thing. It's just like, are you sure? Okay. Believe it or not, we already talked about 3 things. Research. Are you definitely sure? What kind of locks do you want? That's 3. Okay, see how I knocked that out so quick? Okay, moving on. Once you figure out what kind of locks you want, then we have to move on to the fact of who's doing them, who's maintaining, or is it gonna be you doing this, or you're gonna get a loctician? And if that's the case, you get a loctician. You also have to do your research and find out. You gotta find one, because sometimes it's kind of hard depending on what location you're in. Or you find one and they hot. I mean, you know, our coins, we want everybody to be successful, and everybody need them locticians. They need their coin too. So we're not finna sit up here and play like they don't need their coin. They need their coin, but we can always donate. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? When we can, we will, right? Okay. So who's gonna do your locks? Are you gonna do it, or a loctician? Which brings you to another question. If you're gonna be doing it, can you maintain that? Because me, I wanted sister locks. I wanted locks, period. First time I got locks, I had tradition. Second time, I was like, I ought to try sister locks. But I knew I was gonna maintain. So I was like, well, I can't. For sister locks, I can't maintain 500 locks. 500, 400, 300, or however many. If they pass 100, your girl can't do. And I'm not finna. Okay. So there's that. So you got to figure out who gonna be doing them. Like for me, the first time my sister helped me do 2-strand twists to start mine. Okay, and I ain't numbering them all, y'all. I probably like on number 4 or 5 right now is what you need to be knowing before you start your locks, but it's all good. Okay, so my sister started mine. Then I kind of went through some and split them, and you know, just did like smaller sections. Second time around, I did it. Okay, so it is what you see right now. So I started it or whatever like that. So you got to know what you're willing to do. Now you can find you a loctician that, you know, it's affordable for you, and you go and you do what you do. That's cool too, because they have a lot of experience. Most of them. That's why I say do your research and find out how long they've been doing it. Check their reviews out and just know what you need to do and make the best decision for you. I'm just a person, I've always done my hair, like, you know, I went to cosmetology school. I did all that stuff when I was younger, so I've always been kind of like a do-it-yourself person when it comes to hair, because my patience and my nerves is bad. I don't have time to wait as time has gone on, I have kids, so I've been learning how patience work. But other than that, when it comes to my hair, I don't have any patience to that. So it's like, let me go ahead and do what I do. I have let other people do braids and stuff like that when I was doing protective styles and things like that with my loose hair. And but I learned how to do that too, because I don't have to look. You either find somebody and you gotta get into their schedule, or you find somebody and they're too expensive for your budget right now, or it's always something. So I'm like, well, you know what? That's my mindset have always been, if you know how to do it, you know what I'm saying, I can get on YouTube. We didn't have YouTube back in the day. So basically, you know, YouTube has been a big help to learning so much. And that's how I learned how to do a lot of stuff. I didn't know how to do no locks. I was barely getting that loose hair down. Loose natural hair. So it is what it is. But anyway, we're gonna move on, okay? Because I can get to talking, I'll be talking all day. Okay, so all right, so maintaining them. Finding you a loctician. Okay, that's like 5 or 6. Okay, I ain't doing it like that. I ain't got time. Okay, how do you want to start them? That's another thing. You have your two strand twists is what I did. You have the coils. I'll have pictures here of different ways you can start your locks. You can do braids. You can do individual, like, small braids. Anybody that's been a loose natural, if you've done mini twists or mini braids, you're already halfway there. You halfway there. Just don't do nothing. You've already done all the work. So basically, that's how you start. Like, how you gonna start it? How you want your parting? Do you care about parting? Look into parting when you start your locks. When you either whether you're doing it or whether a loctician, because she might ask you. He or she may ask. So you basically want to know how your locks is going to fall with certain parting. I may do a video about that later on, but like certain parts will maintain the look that you want. So when you go and you have some pictures, hopefully you do, when you go to your loctician, you have pictures of what you want to do when you doing your consultation, okay? Tell her, I want this, this, and that. She'll break it down to you per your hair type, per your how you wanted the thickness, how big you want the locks to be, because let me tell you, this will swell like ×2. So let me tell you that. If you want a certain type of lock, know that however section, this is going to double twice in thickness. I'm letting you know that. So if you want a smaller, you might want to make sure that you do smaller sections and you know, sections or whatever, because it will expand the longer your hair is locking. Okay, so that's just an important piece to keep in mind. Okay, so other than that, they have the C-shape parting, they have block parting, and let's see, they have kind of like grab and go. I grabbed and go. Some of them, especially in the back, but some of them are not uniform. Some of them are kind of, I got a lot going on in my head. But like, if you want a certain parting, like you want your parts to show, or if you want like to semi, you know, do the semi look, freeform or whatever, you ain't worrying about parts. If parting is not important to you, then, you know, it's fine. Some people like the neat parts, this, that, blah, be. Consult with your loctician about that, okay? And keep that going if you want that look. You know what I'm saying? So know about partings, know about what size you want, expectations. You want thick locks, you want medium size, or you want small. You know, parting is important. Whether your hair is fine, thick, you know, for the if you care about all this, because some people don't care and I don't either, but I'm trying to educate. So like the 3C folks, you know what I'm saying, sometimes they have like that finer, curlier hair, and it's a little bit looser, and it's kind of hard to do certain partings and do certain, you know, looks, because it may take longer or it may try to unravel. So you have to, you know, be mindful of your hair texture and things like that when you go into locks, because it will, you know, you will learn a lot, so you won't be as frustrated going through the sections. But I'm one of them 4 A, B, C girls. So with this, you know, it's not as our hair kind of will lock. I'm not gonna say it's locking faster. 3C girls, we already like your hair. A lot of us like your hair. Okay, well, let the 4A girls and the B's and the C girls have something this time. This time with locks, you know what I'm saying? Our hair tends to lock faster, you know. The 3C and the other girl, 3C, 3B, and 3A might take a bit longer, but it still be cute, okay? But you know, it is what it is. Come and fight me. Fight me. I love you girls. I'm just saying our hair types is different. You know what I'm saying? So it lock faster, it might not lock as faster. So you have to be mindful of all this. Find you a YouTuber with your hair texture and follow her. That's what I do. Even when I had natural hair, I would follow somebody with my texture, so I can kind of, because your locks are going to be different. Everybody hair different. Every lock journey is different. Every natural hair journey is different. So it might not look as identical, but it gives you a better idea of how your hair may or may not look. So I always try to follow you somebody. Follow me, girl, because somebody got your hair texture. I follow a few, I follow whoever, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, I have a lot of people I follow. So it's just like, we on this journey together. Okay. So let's move on. I got my notes on my phone, y'all. And so, okay, so we've talked about parting, we've talked about research, we've talked about what kind of locks you want, we talked about whether you go do it or a loctician go do it. We talked about how big or small. We talked about texture. We talked about how big or small you want the locks to be. Okay, like I said, if you get a certain section of hair, just mindful that your hair will double the size of thickness per lock. So per mini twist, if you start out with some twist or whatever, 2-strand twist or your coil, which whatever how you go do it, is probably gonna span by twice that size. So be mindful, especially if you're doing it. The loctician I already know, but if you doing it, okay. Can you push through the rough times? I don't want to say the ugly stage, but so many people refer to it as it's a budding stage. It's like your hair is in that first, you know, if you go by a plant and that plant looking a little skippy, is looking a little, looking a little like is struggling for life. You got to breathe life into that plant. I'm getting into planting, you guys, so I'm kind of excited. But anyway, but that's another point. What you need to do though, it don't look as full and beautiful as it will as you water it and as you nurture it and as it grows. Give your hair time. Be patient. It's gonna get there. But okay, look. I ain't necessarily feeling my hair today. And if you what I wake up, it be looking worse than this. Now you might think it's not look worse, but to me, it's worse. Okay? And I got about 3 or 4 colors in there. It is what it is. I'm gonna try to fix it later on. I may try to do a video about that. So you have days where you be looking like, can you do that? Or you one of them girls that got like, I can't have a strand out of place. Well, if you one of them girls, don't get no locks, because it's not gonna be picture perfect for you, baby. Not like that. But even if you are, get you some hair accessories, child. I'm cute. What you talking about? Hide all of that. And I need a retwist. I'm cute. You can be cute too. Luvs. I did my face. You ain't gotta do all that. I'm doing this for the video, because I could be sitting up here looking crazy and going through Netflix, but I need to work. So basically, this is why I did it. But whatever makes you feel good, okay? But can you rough the rough times? Can you deal with the fuzz and the frizz that's gonna come? Because it has to be frizz. It has to have frizz, you guys. Frizz has to be there, because if you have no frizz, you're not gonna have locks. They're not gonna lock. You have to have frizz. Get that in your mind. Can I minimize? You can't minimize it. I don't care. No. Don't put no products in your hair to minimize no frizz with your starter locks. Is you grassy? You don't want no products in there besides some oil, your oil is of your choice, water, and some aloe vera gel if that. Other than that, you don't need nothing else in your hair. And if you go do a detox on it later on down the line, not right now, get you some apple cider vinegar and some baking soda to detox your hair. That's about all you need. You do not need, and a clarifying shampoo. There's a lot of shampoos out there. Get you a good shampoo. Less products. We don't even deal with a whole lot of products in our hair. It'll mess our hair up. So, like I said, can you deal with the rough times? Because it might be rough to you, but it might not be rough to other people. They're like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm just wearing my hair. You know what I'm saying? This is how I look. If you dating and single, like with guys like me, girl, I'll do a video about it. We ain't finna even do that right now. I'll do a video about that too. Other than that, push through the rough times if it's rough for you. It'll be all right, because the journey, the end goal, you'll be so happy. You'll be like, I'm glad I stuck in there. And lastly, negative talk. Sometimes you might have to deal with some negative talk from family members. Maybe your man or your girl might have something to say, saying you looking crazy. Or like, okay, your mama, if she old school and she like, what you doing? But I mean, like, she ain't gotta be old school, not like your hair. But I'm just saying, people they do a lot of this when you want them to just really just be here with it. But they're doing a lot of this. So you ready for that? Because it will happen to a lot of people. Even if it's not family related, it might come from somebody at the office if you're in corporate world. But we have come a long way with natural hair and wearing locks and stuff like that. So you know what? You can come over here with that if you want to and get told. Okay? So hopefully just have that mindset. Keep your confidence. You are who you are. Your melanin is what it is. And you go keep it pushing. Okay? We go push through. Okay? And so, do it for your ancestors, girl. But that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? Basically just knowing whether or not you can weather some of the storm, weather some of the negative. I would just let it go out the other ear, because it's your head, it's your life. And then if they don't like it, they can really walk, or they know what to do. It's my hair. So, hopefully you get a lot of support from family, friends, and stuff like that. Or you know what I love the most though from people? I love when people shut up and don't say anything to me at all about anything I do, about my hair, my life, my family choices, all my choices. I love it when people just shut up. Like when they actually keep opinions to themselves. That is like the best, right? Like, you really don't need to hear that thing, like, because you didn't ask for it. Now, if you go out there and be like, hey, what do you think about my hair? Like, do you think I should do this and that? Do you think I would look good with this color? Do you think locks would be for me? Then, you know, you bring it to yourself, you know. But when you don't ask for nothing, there's nothing like silence. There's nothing like just not hearing anything and just going about your day, not caring. Thank you for tuning in for this video. It might have went a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but my point hopefully was made. So, ladies, gentlemen, make the decision. Hopefully you make the right decision. These are just a few things I learned that I kind of wish I kind of knew prior to getting locks, but this is the second journey. This is a new channel, fresh, and you're a part of my freshness. Like, you're a part of the freshness with your race locks. So I appreciate all of the support that I've been getting. I really do. Hit the notification bell so you can catch all my videos when they pop up, because you know YouTube don't be trying to push out new people like that. So you have to have your notifications on. And I'm always going to post something on my IG, which is dreadlocks. I'm going to always put something there, because just in case YouTube try it. follow me on IG. I'm going to always make sure I'm promoting my stuff. Okay. That is it. And I appreciate all the love. And like I said, these are 10 things you need to know about before you get your locks. So, get into it. Okay? Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I will have more content coming your way. I wasn't even trying to rhyme. But it's my time to be out. All right. Peace out.